Today, I'm going to be talking about the number 666. And when it's first mentioned in the Bible, it's mentioned concerning Solomon. Solomon received 666 gold talents. And it's mentioned in First Kings chapter 10, verse 14, where it says, the weight of the gold that Solomon received yearly was 666 talents, not including the revenues from merchants and traders and from all the Arabian kings and the governors of the land. Now that's 666 talents of gold. 6 is man. 666 is man to his fullest. 666 gold talents, that's man walking with God, because gold represents heaven. And Solomon is a symbol of man walking with God. Because if you look at Solomon, when he received the 666 gold talents, he built the temple. He was walking with God. He was making these wonderful, wonderful prayers and proclamations unto God and for God. And since he was walking with God, God bestowed upon him godly wisdom. He was bestowed upon so much wisdom that kings and queens seeked out Solomon to hear all this wisdom that he had. Because Sheba came to see King Solomon to hear his wisdom. Now, 666 in Revelation, now everybody knows that 666 in Revelation is the number of the beast. Well, in actuality is man. 666 is the number of man. So it says is the number of man. 6 is the number of man. 666 is man to his fullest. And when you take that number in Revelation, it's man to his fullest rejecting Jesus. What it is you having a number on your forehead or on your forearm for the whole world to see. And you don't have to say nothing. They'll just look at your forehead or your forearm and go, oh yeah, you rejected Jesus. And that's openly rejecting Jesus for the whole world to literally see. And that is why the 144,000 Jews in Revelation were speaking out against taking the number. And the two prophets in Revelation were speaking out against taking the number 666. And all the angels were even speaking out against taking the number 666 in Revelation. It is so serious that you openly rejecting Jesus. If you by taking the number, what they're saying is, what you are saying is, I reject Jesus from now and to the eternity. For eternity, I reject him. And because you reject him by taking the number, he rejects you and you go to hell. That's why the prophets, the 144,000 Jews, the angels were saying, look, if you don't take this number, because you're damned for eternity in the lake of fire. And you don't want that. What I'm getting at is Solomon, with all of his wisdom, walking with God, under law, he could only go so high. He could only reach a certain level of spirituality under law. And he wanted more. He wanted more spirituality, because Even he says, look, the eyes of man is never satisfied. That's in Proverbs. So Solomon being a man, he was never satisfied where he was spiritually. He wanted more and more. And that is why he went after other gods. That's why he seeked out other gods, so because he was trying to get a higher level of spirituality, and by doing that, he fell. And today, we have what Solomon longed to have. Solomon had all the wealth, he had all the wisdom, but he didn't have the spirituality that we have today under grace. Under grace, we have more spirituality than what Solomon ever had. Under grace, we have dominion and power and authority over the devil and his demons. Solomon didn't. Under law, the devil and his demons have power and authority over you. Under grace, you have a power and authority over the devil and his demons. You have more authority on this earth. You become under grace, when you are under grace, you are like Christ. You become like Christ. You act like Christ. You look like Christ. You become Christ-like. You become man the way man was meant to be in the beginning. Looking like God, acting like God, and in all of God's likeness. You become like him. You are not God. You become like him. You look like him. You act like him. You speak like him. You walk in that authority that he gave you on this earth, on earth. You walk in that authority on earth, not in heaven. You don't walk in that authority in heaven. Only on earth. Only on earth. Only on earth do you have that authority over the devil and his demons. Over every living creature on this planet, do you have authority over? The devil and his demons you have authority over. Angels that come and visit you, you have authority over. That's the beauty of being under grace. You have the authority over the spiritual demons, angels, but you don't have the authority over God. No, God still has that authority. Okay, God still rules and reigns. Okay. It's just you're acting like him, you looking like him, you speak like him, you walk in his authority, okay? And that is what Solomon was longing for, to walk in what we have in grace, which he could not obtain. And that's why he fell to other gods. But if you look at Solomon, with the 666 gold talent, if you look at him, that's a man to his fullest, walking with God. And Revelation is man to the fullest, rejecting God. And with that, I say good day and God bless. Amen.